Hello, I've just spent the last 5 hours trying to figure out the whole issue with the cube map, and after all this time, after many mental breakdowns and a ridiculous amount of debugging, 5 hours worth of debugging is absolutely ridiculous. But after all of this, we've actually gotten to a point where the cube map does work, and I can show you real quick here. If we run the game and just turn the cube a few times, you can see that it does match up. You can pause the video and just have a look at all of the sides, but it does work. I mean, just look at the right side here. We have a yellow strip here. We do here sort of square of 4 oranges. We do white, green, Everything's working, right? So the entire cube map works now. The next stage, probably to display what move is happening, if I have time. Maybe even actually get to the solving algorithm itself, but it depends how long the next step is going to take. But by just coming back to the issue with the cube map, essentially what the issue was, if I just go to the cube map here, I was right here. Even though, I technically do have them named, right? So I have this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. And so on, like a sort of matrix, right, row by row. It doesn't actually matter too much the way the program was iterating through them, right? So that would be this entire method here, update map. It was going through them column by column for some reason, right? And I properly realized this when I actually ran a debug here, where it displayed. Okay, so now it works here because this is once I fixed it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to scroll all the way back up. Oh, here we go, right? Is that it? No, I need to go further up. Okay, never mind. It's in my screenshots, but essentially the expected panel was different to the observed panel. So technically, I could have done a chi-square test to a hypothesis test, but I didn't really want to do that at this stage. Although I could have had time. But yeah, the expected and observed panel, they were quite a bit different. So essentially what's happening was, if you just look at the square, for example, here. Actually, let me run the program. It will be a bit easier to visualize. Let me just turn this cube, right? So here, if I call out the state of this front face, going in the matrix way, sort of. So row by row, I would say, okay, red, 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 green, 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 or left, 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 front, 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 whatever. What the cube map was doing is it was reading it out sort of in that order, except it was going column by column. So it would be like red, 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 green, 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 right? So it was just doing it the other way around. Other than that, everything was fine. And that took a really long time to realize. That's why, even if you look down here, I was trying to earlier, a week or two ago, I was trying to manually rotate these. But that doesn't work because this is not just a case of it being, it's constantly off by 90 degrees or constantly off by 180 degrees. It's not constant, right? It depends on the state of the cube. It depends on the orientation, right? So that's what the issue was, and I think that's part of the reason why it took me so long to realize it, right? It kept changing. So I thought applying a fix in one scenario would work for another scenario, but it didn't. So I was never at a point where the whole cube map was working. But finally, I've gone to the root cause of it. I've treated it, and it works. So that's sort of the process of how I managed to fix the cube map.